Welcome back. It's all happening over here in the kitchen where myself, love-hate star Mary Murray, and country singer Louise Morrissey are making ourselves incredibly useful. Well, we're just standing here, I'm just going to be honest. The GastroGays are leading the charge this evening. So Patrick and Russell, remind us what's on the menu, Patrick.
So tonight we are cooking a frittata with our twist on it because I think every Irish household has at least eggs and spuds.
Yes, that's a good point.
So you can make this from pretty much anything.
Okay.
So tonight we're going to do it with some courgettes and some chorizo. Yeah.
Lovely.
Really, really straightforward. Yeah. So to start, as you were doing beautifully there,
Louise is off.
just cut some courgettes into little discs, basically, around that size, and then I'm just going to pop them onto the tray there.
Okay.
Secondly, I have a pot of water.
Yes.
Just on there, getting it up to the boil, and I'm going to parboil some potatoes in slices as well. Now, you know when you make a gratin, don't know if you've ever tried to make a gratin, and you need them that really thin, tiny.
The thin potatoes,
and you can use a mandolin, which some people are very scared of. You want them quite thick in this case, because you want to be able to taste the potato.
Okay,
and that's why we parboil them. So I'm just going to cut up about 4 medium potatoes, white ones, and I'm keeping the skin on.
Lovely.
I prefer to keep the skin on the potatoes.
So do I.
It has all of the flavour and all of the goodness.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
It's literally 10 minutes.
Exactly, exactly. I like your thinking.
Getting to the stage where I'm like, why do people bother peeling them?
I know.
In fairness, there's a few of them with a lot of muck around them.
Yeah, in the bag.
It's
It's cold water.
Exactly.
We're fine.
So I'm just going to take a few of those and I'm going to pop them into a preheated oven.
I will do it for you.
Preheated at how much?
180 degrees.
And these want to go in for about 20 or so just to dry out, or else they're going to be in this and they will leach out all of their water.
Oh, the moisture, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Perfect. So Patrick is doing that. What else is going on now?
So potatoes parboil 5 minutes, a bit like when you're doing roasties or you're doing homemade chips. Just let them parboil for about 5 minutes or so, and then just take them out and drain them.
And the great thing about a frittata is that everything is in the one pan.
Yeah.
So there's hardly any cleanup at all.
This is what we like.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
So over here I'm cooking, I'm sweating down some onions and garlic in oil in about a tablespoon, and to that I'm going to add some chopped sage.
Yes.
Or you could use pretty much any dried herb here or fresh that you have to hand. It's completely adaptable.
This is actually one of those recipes that is, you know, pick and mix ingredients at this point. So
just
you
grab
could,
it.
if you have some salmon or some chicken left over, anything like that, chuck it in.
So just be a bit confident and go, well, see what happens.
Exactly, experiment. Just, you know some basics, like things that just don't go together.
Oh,
it's always really good.
We'll forget about stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Don't put lasagna into it.
Don't put lasagna into it.
Please don't.
Lasagna can go into everything, lads.
So
through the magic of TV, we have the potatoes.
Magically, and they've multiplied in size.
So going to go in next. So we're just going to drizzle a little bit of oil just to coat them, and then chuck them
I'm going to
into
just
the
chuck
pan.
them in as well.
Chuck them in. So try to get it in one even layer if you can, but this does not have to be perfect at all.
Right. Okay, but for symmetry's sake.
Oh, well, symmetry is so important.
You'd like to have something
and
like
then
that.
every slice has an equal amount of potato. And on top
cooking.
of that, we're going to put our courgettes.
Which again, magic of television.
Yes.
They
And
were,
was that 20 minutes that you were saying?
20 minutes,
at 180 degrees.
Just keep an eye on them. Sometimes some ovens play around. We find that we've tried these before, and it was about 30 minutes before they dried out. It just depends on the moisture of the courgettes, you know, in the end.
Now to add onto them, I'm going to put in the sliced mushrooms as well, and at this point you can put in anything that you have to hand.
Peppers or whatever you want to throw in.
Exactly.
We actually have one in the oven already that has chorizo in it as well.
Just a little bit of spice for your Wednesday
We'll
evening.
throw something in. That's all good.
In the meantime, the other main component of this is egg. I have 4 eggs in this bowl, which I've just whisked together, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of crème fraîche too. You can use cream.
Yeah.
We would normally use cream, but we need people to think that we're really healthy sometimes, so we're going to use some light crème fraîche instead. I'm going to throw some seasoning, salt and pepper just in there, and then I'm going to whisk it all together, make sure it's incorporated. It doesn't look very nice at the moment, but give it a moment. It will all incorporate together, and it will all be very, very delicious.
Okay.
So that's then just going to go on top of all of this in the pan. I've put on some extra chive, just to give an extra oniony flavour.
Is it time?
And I've also amped up the heat as well because
Can
it
really
has
hear it
to.
now.
Yeah, it's sizzling away. And what you want to do is pour this lovely eggy mixture just over it there.
And try to get it at all of the corners of the pan.
Kind of similar to when you're making an omelette at home. You want it to go up the sides and around like that, and then our spatula will be able to fix it together.
Okay.
And then
the main difference between an omelette and frittata?
So an omelette is thin.
Yes.
And you put everything inside it.
Yeah.
Now, a frittata you might confuse with a Spanish tortilla, and they're basically the exact same thing, except in Spain, they do this pretty scary thing where they take a plate and they slide out this onto the plate and then slide it back in to cook it on the other side.
Okay.
But the Italians have the right idea here because they just chuck it into the oven for a quarter of an hour, and then it comes out
and it's
perfectly cooked.
Which, incidentally, is what I'm going to do now.
What you're going to do now. And I'm always fascinated when I'm here with performers who have such a high octane job. You're about to go out on the road. You've got to play in the Dublin Fringe Festival. So, Mary, for you, when it does come to, because you got to be mindful of your body.
Yeah.
So for stuff like this, do you have to think ahead to the next stage? Are we bringing in your lunch into the theatre, or is it like I'm just going to run around the corner and get a sandwich from a shop?
Well, I love food shopping, so I always have a huge fridge full of food. So I've always got stuff with me. But no, when you're rushing around, you just need to eat.
That's it.
Yeah, you just need to eat whatever you can grab.
Would that be the same with you?
Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, sadly, you do end up eating junk.
It
as
happens.
well, yeah, because
Yeah,
you're just rushing.
you just have to get
you have
fuel
to get
inside
from A
you.
to B, and you need something. And
it just, like, over your career of 30 years, you'd be like, listen, I know this is going to happen for the next 3 weeks. I'll be eating kind of not the
yeah,
best
it does
stuff.
happen. Yeah, but you eat a lot of junk. Yeah.
Let's imagine
You're trying to be good.
that someone is there to cook you frittatas whenever you want.
We bring the boys on tour with
There
us.
we go, guys.
Well, we're free, so...
In their car.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've got the great unveiling here, Russell.
Indeedy. So hot ovens, so be careful. And there you go, a frittata. And as you can see, we added a little bit of chorizo into this one just for extra flavour.
It looks delicious.
Served alongside just a simple salad. Or if you really wanted to go down the Mediterranean vibe, you could just get a pack of crisps and put them on the side.
them on the side.
Pretend have a sangria by the pool. Why not?
Now, the lads said earlier on, because obviously the last time they were here, they made quiche and I almost lost my life. As in, I actually got more excited than a child at Christmas time.
That looks like a quiche.
And exactly, they were like, you know what?
not
It's
too
going
dissimilar.
to look like a quiche.
A crustless quiche, one might say.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Come here, you know what you were cooking on the pan?
Hi, Martin, by the way. Hi.
The food was here, so could you finish it under the grill? Or
You
does it
absolutely
have to go
could,
into the oven?
especially if there's the cheese on the top under the grill. It'll become all golden and
Look at
amazing.
this.